Hello and welcome back to our Google Classroom Masterclass. We are going to look at assignments a little bit more closely, especially from a student point of view. The reason we do this student point of view is that sometimes it's difficult for teachers to see how their students are getting on inside here beyond their actual assignment page, which is here. It's difficult to see what the students will see, especially if they're working from home. So, if we go and view the assignment, this is what the students will see. They have a hand-in button, which the youngest students, I advise pointing this out to them first, because they have a tendency to go and click on what they see first, which is generally they assume that this hand-in button is like a next button, if you like. Students can add a comment to staff. So when they go and view the assignment in here, you'll see all your students in this big long page down here. And when we go and see our students, we'll also see instructions and student work and what's actually happening inside here. So we send a little message from Joshua. Hey, Mr. Glenn. We'll write it as students do, or lowercase. I am stuck. I can't add the code, etc., etc. So we're going to send that, and this is the only time that students are able to direct message. They can only direct message to teachers. So you'll get this message, and then you'll also get notifications as well. So you can see that my email has just populated there with a little red dot, and this means that I've got a notification, because I turned my notifications on for this, that Joshua needs support. However, I'm in here and I can see the code that he needs. You need a forever loop with the if block. And I'll send that back, and then they will get support this way. And this is, like I said, this is the only time that they can private message. So what the students are able to do as well is this is now assigned to the student. So before, when we set this up so that each student got a copy of their files, the reason it takes a little bit of time is that there is renaming within the copying system. This is one of the greatest things about setting assignments, which is why I use it the most, is that inside here, inside my Google Drive, I can search for Joshua. I know that Yunjae is Joshua's name, so I'll search for Yunjae, and I'll see all his recent work when I go and search in my Google Drive, which we'll go and see in a second. What the students are able to do as well is they're able to go and add additional files to their work that they're handing in, which is really neat, because not all students want to work within the confines of a slide or the doc that you've set. They want to go and be able to add a quick drawing, or files that they've got, or links that they've got and they've found, especially if you're doing a research topic. This is a great way for them to go and add their sources. So I'm going to go and hand this in as a student. I'm glad that this pops up, because the students are quite they will really just go and hand this straight in straight away, and you'll have to go and undo it over here. So if we just come out of here, we'll see what's going to happen over here in a second. So we're going to hand in, the students will hand this in. Students can unsubmit because they are too fast at handing it in. And then we will go and see handed in. I'm just going to go and pause this so I can refresh this. Okay, refreshed. So what I'm going to do is go in here and see who's handed this in. So I'm going to go to handed in. Here's Joshua's work. And if I want to go and see this, I can click on the blue link and it'll take me to Joshua's piece of work and whatever he's learned and whatever he's added to this. And then I can give him a quick mark and give him a score. Well done, Joshua. Smiley face and post. So he'll get that in his comments as well. And then I want to go and return this to him. There is an option on here, return submission, return multiple submissions, because I can go in here and I'll see all the students that I need to go and see within my class, which is all down here, which is super fast. Now, admittedly, there's only one student in here, but if you had 24, 30 kids in your class, you will see them all down here. So now I'll go to my next student, mark that, next student, mark that, next student, mark that, etc. So also within here, you've got comment banks, which allow you to really speedily go and insert comments that you've pre-made with your keywords. So you can go and add comments in here and go and put your comments in, add to comment bank. You can go and put your comments in really, really fast. So if you know that there is a next set, this allows you to do things at speed. I'm going to go and hit return. I want to return this back to Joshua and say well done. I'm going to go and pause this again and just refresh Joshua's page just to make sure that my internet is working. Okay, we are refreshed. So this is now being handed back to Joshua and his score is up here. It gives him and tells him that it's all been marked, and then he is ready to go and receive his next assignment, quiz, or link. So inside the classwork, I said we were going to just really quickly look at this bit here, which is the Google Class Drive folder. So this is really handy, especially if you have mobile devices in your classroom. So if you have an iPad or your iPhone or an Android phone, whatever you have, the Class Drive folder for staff looks like this. So you'll have the templates, which is basically this document here, this slideshow. This will be in here, and it's a copy of everything that you've just sent out. So you don't have all your students' edits inside something that you're looking for. You've always got the templates in here. So that's pretty much regardless of any document that you put in here. Inside Tech 101, this is what I sent out. So all my students will be here. Now, once upon a time, I'm pretty certain that you could see this at a glance and you could see which slides the students were on. So if we had this full screen like this, we'd have all our students here. Now, please don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty certain this is, you're able to see which pages and which slides the students are on if you're in the gallery view like that. I'm pretty certain that's, if someone wants to go and comment on that or send me an email, you can let me know if that's actually true or not, because it's something that we don't use because we work in software and we have software that does that for us. However, that's a great way to observe students when they are mid-flow. The student drive, though, looks like this, and they have their classroom folder in here that they're able to go straight into, and they can see the classes that they're in, as well as the assignments that they see that are sent to them. So I'm in Year 2 Tech, which is here, and this is their assignment that they were handed back. And it makes things really neat and tidy. Now, what I was saying about mobile devices is that in Google Drive, you're able to see your classroom. However, inside your classroom folder, you are able to go and add images direct into here that will bypass your camera roll, which a lot of schools don't want you to have any images of their students on your devices. Put in the images of student learning, whatever it is that they are learning that day, directly into these folders, allows you a very quick way of having your phone or an iPad or any mobile device and having your class open in the lesson and being able to put something directly into the stream. The students are then able to go and see this almost instantaneously within their own stream right here. This is something for you to go and try out yourselves by using the Google Classroom app and going to upload direct into your folder. Right, that's it for this part. As always, good luck, and we'll see you in the next part.